dating then became more complex than algebra. Okay, dating is become more confusing than learning AI programs. Dating is resulting into a lot of people dating their self. Some people is ending up with they self, they pets, and they cats. Okay? And for good reason. Right? In a world where people need each other, in a world where community is the new wealth, because we've been kept away from each other, in a world where man needs woman and woman needs man, and everybody else in between gonna get what they want anyway. In this type of climate, the success rate to dating should be at an all-time high, but it is not. What is happening here is that we're seeing a lot of failed relationships and a lot of misconnections. So what is the mindset of the dater? From my understandings, and it's to my opinion, that a lot of us are dating down. People date down. I don't want us to think this is a gender thing. This isn't a gender thing. People date down. And there's a reason why people date down. And then complain about what they find when they down there. You see, if you scroll through your timelines, especially at a prime hour, you will see a lot of complaints about dates and about the dating field. You'll see a lot of complaints. Women talking about why men behave a certain type of way. Men talking about why women behave a certain type of way. Why is dating become transactional? It's a transaction that finna happen. This is because a lot of people are dating down. Dating below, okay, your own frequency. And there's a reason why you date down. There's a reason why if you go in certain urban scenes, you can see there are people driving, okay, and looking around for people walking. That's dating down. It's a reason why people go to bars and they looking for people that's a little more intoxicated than them. That's dating down. Okay? Because for a few reasons. One of them is people like to be needed. People want to be needed. And this is okay. It's a very healthy thing to want to be needed. But there's also something nefarious going on when people date down. A secret that people is trying to keep to themselves. They don't know that the world outside of them already knows why they date down. You ever look at a couple and ask yourself, well, why is he with her? Or why is she with him? They have on the outside, they are not compatible. They in two different tax brackets. And I know what a lot of us will want to say, well, you know, the money and your monetary gains, right, shouldn't determine where you place yourself as it pertains to relationship. How much a person has shouldn't matter as it pertains to relationships. But there's something else going on there. When you date down, okay, you are dating people with lower expectations. That's what's happening. The same goes for people, right, that date decades younger than them. Ooh, that was a sign. The same goes with people that date decades younger than them. Some people in their 50s and looking for people in their 20s. Both genders. Okay, people want to feel like they're your parents when they dating you. Some fields. Some men want to be old as your grandfather. Some women want to be old as your mother in dating you. This is dating down, and you're the down. You're the down if you're that younger individual because you don't expect much. You don't want much. So people that date down, they dating people with lower expectations. And there's a reason why you much more rather date people with low expectations. Why? Because you don't want the challenge of life. Challenge to change. Challenge to be better. Challenge to be what you're supposed to be or what you need to be. So people will date down. It's easy to be in your 40s and dating somebody in their 20s because both of y'all may have the same things and accomplish the same things in life. When in all actuality, you lived twice their lives and you should have accomplished more. Enough to be able to teach them and give them and make their lives even easier. Two individuals can coexist, right? Coming from different levels. Okay? But the coexisting is going to be to the detriment of the person on the lower, right? Because the person above is dating down. Some people like to feel needed. Some women like to date men that need them, men that haven't left the crib. They still baby boy. They haven't left home. Okay? They still boys in the mind. Okay? They haven't left a certain mentality. They haven't left a certain way of thinking. Some women much more rather date these type of people. Okay? Why? Because not only do people want to be needed, not only is the expectations low, okay? But they don't have to change. You see, people are afraid of change. Okay? So dating low forces you to not change. You don't have to change. You date down. People date down. And this is resulting into a lot of misconnections, a lot of failed relationships. This is the result of what we see today. Because people date down, people also go into friendships, courtships, even work down. People work down. Okay? People go into relationships, as far as friendships, looking for people on lower frequencies, with a lower IQ, with a lower intellect, with a lower emotional aptitude. People are even befriending down. People work down. They work down because, listen, it's easier going and y'all know these people that go when they need a job, they'll go to a job and ask, well, what are you hiring for? What are you hiring for is a very dangerous thing to ask someone. I'm going to say it again. What are you hiring for is a very dangerous thing to ask someone. At that point, you are working down. You are telling the frequency. You are telling this job that I haven't learned any skills, any abilities that could assist me in earning a certain dollar, okay, a certain pay rate. So you come in there asking, what are you hiring for? Okay? And you end up doing entry-level positions. I always wonder, why do people complain about what they getting paid if you work in an entry-level position? You took whatever they threw at you, something that took no schooling, something that took no learning, okay? Entry-level positions. So people not only dating down, they're working down. You're working down. You finna take whatever job that they gonna give you. How many people know that? Yeah, we may have even been there. 16, 15, 17 maybe. Going to a job and asking them, well, what are you hiring for? What are you hiring for is dangerous. That means I'm saying, listen, I don't have no skills. You tell me what you need me to do. No, No offense, but I don't work down. I work up and work on my level. Okay? So, not only do people date down, but they work down and they also friend down. You a friend down. How many people complaining about their friends? Yeah. How many people venting to people that don't know the other friends about the friends? Oh, I went out with my friend, they did this. We all went to 8, it was 8 of us. Everybody started looking crazy when it came to splitting the bill. People friend down. You see, because the way you do one thing is the way you do another. If you date down, you also work down. And if you work down, you also friend down. I want us to understand the correspondence of going down. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, you like dealing with people who have low expectations of you. People that aren't challenging you to change because you're brand new to these people. They don't know what you're capable of. You know what you're capable of. Okay? You know what you're capable of. And instead of doing something about it, and instead of accepting the challenge, okay, to be on the level that you are at, I'm not telling us to be above, to date above our tax bracket and so on and so on. I'm telling us to at least be at the level that we supposed to be. There's a level that you supposed to be. You shouldn't be 40 and 50 going in for entry-level positions at a job. What did you do for the last 20 years? You didn't learn anything? You wasn't trying to learn anything? And just like certain people go for entry-level positions, what are you hiring for? Some people go in relationships with that same energy. What you was looking for? I be what you looking for. Resulting in y'all not being together in a little while. Because people need you, what you are and what you have to offer. People need to know what you have to offer. People don't need to just be dating anything. And that's what we're doing. A lot of people are cosplaying. When you date down, you cosplay. You're cosplaying. You running around trying to be what you think another person wants. That's why you see the whole BBL community. That is cosplay. You done put on a whole unremovable costume because you think that that's what the people below you want. Because the people above you never gave you that energy. The BBL community is trying to harness the attention of people below them and try to use this type of influence to boost their ego up, to take that to people above them. Some people looking for husbands. They want to go get a body for a husband. In all reality, the people above you don't want that. They want everything original. They like homegrown, organic. If you got a BBL and you watching this, go start looking into getting reversals. See how you can get some of that stuff removed and put back. You know, your body go through so many changes. You know, a lot of people getting lipos. A lot of people getting fat taken from this place and put it in this place. They getting their extra necks removed. Anything but the hard work, which is going to go work out. Anything but accepting the challenge of life. You ain't just got to work out, but you also can increase the activities you have in your normal life. Increase the activities. You're cosplaying. And it's going to be to your detriment, because you know what's going to happen? You're going to realize that when you was once the overweight person and you tried to Ozempic yourself, you tried to Ozempic, put yourself in a new avatar that was going to be shaped like a thimble. You wanted to be shaped like a spaghetti string, but you was really linguine. Okay? You're going to realize something, a few things. One thing is, the overweight person don't disappear. Your eating habits ain't going to change. the way you think isn't going to change. You got a big back mentality. Ozempic not going to take away your big back mentality. As soon as you're not able to afford to be able to cosplay and take your medicine, what you think going to happen? The big back is going to return, but it's also going to return with complications. Okay? Because you've been big backing inside of a little back. Big back in a little, I mean, you can't even handle the big back. Okay? Cosplaying not going to get you nowhere. Everybody that's getting their bellies, you want to get your belly removed. What is called lipo and all of those things. Don't you know? Your diet must change first. Don't you know your salt retention and your sensitivity to salts and oils, right, is going to be increased. Okay? Because the weight that you have on you, the fat that you have on you is storage. It's storage to fats and salts. So if you get this removed, you're going to develop a sensitivity. Look it up. So now, since we live in a world of a lot of people cosplaying, getting their bodies changed, multiple genders, okay, getting their bodies adjusted, adapted. These ain't upgrades, but you think that they upgrade, they momentary upgrades within a moment. It's to your detriment. Okay? Because you wasn't going to be able to do a fake thing to achieve a real thing. Imagine that. You wanted to achieve a real relationship. You wanted to achieve a real family. You wanted real happiness. You wanted real satiation, but you wanted to do the fake thing. You wanted to cut corners. Fake don't get real. You didn't go do the therapy. You didn't do the shadow work. Okay? You didn't change your diet. You didn't increase your skills, attributes, and abilities so that you're able to attract someone on a higher level. You sat there and said, I'm going to just upgrade my body because people are so superficial. They'll invest into what they see and they'll never see me. That's a very sneaky thing to do, don't you think? You rather change the outside when the inside is rotting, just like people who get veneers. Veneers. You know, they putting caps over your real teeth, and then under the veneer, your teeth is still rot. Think about why you need veneers. You have bad oral hygiene. So, that's not going to change once I put a costume on my teeth. So what's going to happen is I'm still going to have my diet. I'm still going to have my same oral traditions. And what's happening is now with something called veneer breath. Your teeth rotting up under them caps. You got the biggest teeth. Your mouth wasn't even made to have those teeth in them. So that means you're going to have to produce more spit. Are you doing things to create spit? Are you salivating more? Huh? Or you just got these big teeth because you told yourself, I'm going to attract a better job. I'm going to attract a better person. I'm going to attract better people and do better things because I'm going to feel better about myself temporarily because I got new teeth. Your teeth sitting halfway out your face. And imagine a person who has nice teeth, because you're not trying to meet somebody just like you. You're afraid of yourself. You're not trying to meet someone like you. You're trying to meet somebody better than you. Somebody that has an organic oral smile. That's nice. And what you think gonna happen when y'all get to kissing and they smell that mouth? When they taste that spit. When they taste that spit, what you think gonna happen? You think real is gonna want fake? It don't work that way. Real don't want fake. So I want us to understand why we are dating down. Why we getting our bodies done? Why we doing all these things? Real don't want fake. Can you accept that? Real don't want fake. How you gonna have a real relationship with somebody that bought half of their whole system? You can buy you can put on all the cosmetics that you want. You can cosplay all of you want. That doesn't mean you're gonna meet a real person. You got men putting in hair pieces. They got the glue-on toupees, the frontals. I think that's what they call it, right? Frontals, the lace fronts. Men got lace fronts, low-cut lace fronts. Sir, you can do whatever you want to your scalp. This doesn't mean you're gonna meet a real woman who finna love you. You should have just showed her that head. You should have showed her your heart. You should have showed her your purpose. Your purpose finna attract anyone. Your purpose. Okay? Real people aren't superficial. Did you know that? They finna love you regardless. Ain't that what the marriage vows say? Death do us part. Right? Real people are not superficial. We need to understand that. So, this is why we are in the predicament that we are in globally. Dating is at an all-time failure because people pretending. The computer done taught you how to date. The computer taught you how to date. Real people didn't teach you that. Okay? And that's the last thing I'm going to add. The reason that dating is becoming so difficult because we have computers. Computers not making it easy to date. You listen to a computer. You listening to what computers tell you about men. You listening to what computers tell you about women. You listening to computers. A computer that ain't got no life, that don't know how to love. You listening to computers. Computers got y'all introverted. A computer got you introverted. If you really wanted to date, you will practice using your mating skills. You know what you gotta do to mate? Talk to people. You're gonna have to talk. Y'all get outside and be shy. Y'all get outside and gotta drink several drinks just to have a conversation. And then y'all only like to go in places where people doing the same thing. Let me go talk to her. She look like she drinking and drunk. Let me go talk to him. He look like he drinking and drunk. Let us both operate in a mindset that's not even ours. We're gonna let the Tito's talk for us because we don't know how to talk. This liquid courage you depending on, how far did the liquid courage get you? Y'all still introverted. The world, I mean, we still introverted. Half of y'all spend more time with your phones than you do with anyone else, correct? Y'all got better relationships with your phone. I remember Kanye said, Instagram got your bid. Instagram got more than your bid. Instagram is your lover. We gonna update Kanye's statement. Instagram is your lover. Yeah, Instagram your bid. Instagram your ninja. TikTok your ninja. TikTok your bed. Yeah, TikTok is your lover. Instagram is your lover. Facebook is your lover. A lot of you love these social platforms more than you love people. You see them more than you see yourself. You looked in that phone more than you looked in the mirror. You see them more than you see your offspring. You looked at that phone more than you looked at your baby. You talk to that phone more than you talk to your baby. So how else are you going to learn how to mate when you building relationships with robots? I'm an original man. I come from original woman. You're going to have to open your mouth. Hi, how you doing? Sit there and listen. Have your rebuttal. People used to ask, what do you do for a living? They don't even ask that no more. What do you do? They don't even ask that. They ask where you work. What do you work? What do you work at? Okay? So I want us to understand dating down is a mindset. And this is the mindset of people that date down. You're doing a lot of downing. You're doing a lot of downing. You conversate down. You work down. You friend down. You live down. Down here in your phone. You live down. Your neck hurt. Your neck hurt. Everybody that date down, neck hurt. Yup. Even probably when a lot of people, listen, it's a mass epidemic of people who are going addicted to corn. I'm gonna use my online ebonics. A lot of people have grown addicted to corn. Okay? Addicted. Okay? Addicted to the idea that you can have people whenever you want it. You don't have to do nothing. See, that's what real corn addiction is about. You don't have to do anything for these people. Y'all seeing people you would never meet. You'd have never met these people. Bodies look gorgeous. Men, women. You'd have never met these people. You rather, I can have them and do nothing. You ain't even got to speak. You just press play and bend your neck. How many people got this correspondence with their body? I predict in 100 years, people going to be shaped like shrimps. You're going to be shaped like the shrimp. Like elder Asians. Yeah, elder Asians, they get to curling up. Okay? So I want y'all to understand where this is coming from. You realize you don't have to go out there and meet people. Your mating skills are terrible. You don't have to meet people. You don't even talk to nobody. You talk to your phone. And the phone tell you, you ain't got to meet people. You see people all day. You on social media. You see people all day. You ain't got to meet people. Why you got to meet people? So you can lay down with them and mate? You ain't got to mate. It's safer. How many of you think that it's safer for you to watch corn and to be introverted? This is why I said in a post, introvertism isn't the world's or you protecting yourself from the world. Introvertism is the world's protection from you. That's what you're doing. Because you don't love yourself. Because you don't know yourself. Because you have not been yourself. If you have not been yourself, you can't know yourself and you can't love yourself. Learning thyself, knowing thyself is spirituality. And this is why we in a spiritual revolution. Community matters. Okay? Nevertheless, hopefully you received this episode. You can find this on YouTube. You can also find this on Twitch and a lot of my previous broadcasts. Okay? Feel free to cut your post notifications on. Okay, stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure that you already subscribe. And I want to thank you for interacting. I want to thank you for participating in life and with my content. And I also want to thank you for your frequency to be tuned on value, because you wouldn't have found this on your For You page. It wouldn't have found you if the algorithm didn't already know what type of energy was looking for. So for that matter, you are my reflection. And to my reflection, we rich. We enrich our minds. We enrich our spirits. And we enrich our bodies. Our slogan here is let's get rich. Okay? So let's get rich. Thank you.